too. But here I am, and hopefully we'll have some people joining us too. Normally, my lives are on Tuesdays at 7 or noon, but last week was Christmas Eve, so I did not do a live. And this week, Tuesday, is New Year's Eve. And while I have my Scrappy New Year shirt on, I thought, well, we probably wouldn't have many people on for New Year's Eve, or maybe you have other scrappy plans for New Year's Eve. And most importantly, I will have family in town. So I had originally uh, changed it to 7 p.m. tonight. But then my family that was coming Monday is now coming today. They are en route. And so anyway, here we are, 2 p.m. I did cause some confusion because on your December card kits, it says Tuesday, December 29th. So again, hopefully people will find their way here. As always, don't forget to comment that you are here so that you will be entered to win. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. Melakaliki Maka, yes. It's we had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you did too. Good to see everyone jumping on. I'm going to go through a couple of quick announcements. Many have already told me they weren't going to be able to join today because they still have family in town and whatnot, and that's fine. That's why these are recorded. Good to see you, Jacqueline and Deb. Welcome, welcome, everyone. We'll see. Maybe the Sunday in between Christmas and New Year's is a good time for everyone. Like I said, we're in transition at our house. We had company for Christmas, my son and daughter-in-law. Well, not for Christmas, but before Christmas. And then now my mom is coming into town. So, but that week in between Christmas and New Year's, like everyone, I feel like we're just all like, we don't know what day of the week it is, especially with Christmas being on a Wednesday. Thursday felt like a Monday, but then the week was like all over again. So it's a wild time. But I'm glad to be on here with you all. Missed you all last week. Don't forget to comment so that you are entered, and some of you already have. And I appreciate so like and comment, and the little bot will enter you. Thanks if you've subscribed to my YouTube, and thanks Cindy for watching on YouTube right now. If you've subscribed to me on YouTube, that is the best way for you to catch up on older videos. So if you have some older card kits that you're trying to catch up on, the best place to find those is on my YouTube channel. Just go to my card kit playlist, and then you can look for the month that you're working on. And, we do have our drawing today. So whenever I have somebody watching on YouTube live, make sure that if you are the winner, that you contact me through my website, DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, with your email address so that I can send you some CM credits. Alrighty, so this is still happening. The holideals. So if you are a fan of Creative Memory Supplies, there's many deals going on, the holideals. So, but right now there's a buy get promo, which means if you purchase $75 from the deals section, then you will get to choose between the Denim Revival or the Full Wonder bundle. And if you spend $150, you'll get to pick both of them. And then there's also just deals 30 to 40% off on decorative products, card kits, and more. So if you haven't gone on there, you can see everything that falls under that. There's a little section under promo on the Creative Memories website. So definitely hop over there and see what's on sale. It is worth your while for sure. This is pretty much the only time of year that Creative Memories puts things on sale like this. So go check it out. And then in addition to that, I have an extra Christmas on the Coast bundle. See that little palm tree punch? That is an amazing punch right there. So even if you don't use all the other things, that palm tree punch is amazing. So anyone who orders from my CM site, that's my Creative Memories site. So you just see my little picture, and that way I can see that you ordered. You'll get one entry for every $25 that you order toward the Christmas on the Coast bundle. So if you missed out on that in November, this is your chance to get one of those double palm tree punches plus all the other Christmas stuff. Now I did a little switch up. Normally the first Tuesday of the month is Project Recipe, and the third Tuesday of the month is Techie Tuesday. But I'm switching things up. So Techie Tuesday will be the first January, and I'm going to be talking about all things digital scrapbooking. So how to digital scrapbook on Creative Memories, what your options are. How to digital scrapbook with Forever, what your options are. And then also on YPhoto. That's a third option. So there's going to be a change coming with Artisan 6. Well, not necessarily a change, but the way you can purchase it. So if you have Artisan 6 already, no problem. If you are 5 or 4, you're going to want to upgrade. Or if you're thinking about jumping into digital scrapbooking, this might be the time to do it, because at the end of January, Artisan 6 will switch over to a monthly subscription. So right now you can get it for $159.99. After that, it's going to be a monthly. So do tune into that. It'll be at 7 p.m. on January 7th. A lot of people have asked me to have like a one-on-one to talk about digital options. So I thought, actually, I've had like 2 or 3 people reach out. So I thought, let me just do a quick Facebook Live on this, not a quick, but a regular Tuesday Facebook Live on this to tell everyone what their different options are. And then at Jumpstart January, I'll do like an in-person thing, sort of question and Q&A, so you can ask me, and then I'll have my computer. So if you want to see things like in person, you can do it that way. So kind of focusing, because it's the first of the year. Yes, you have 6, Jacqueline. It's the first of the year, so people are trying to, clean things up and get organized and think about maybe should they go digital. So I just want to make sure everybody has all the information and how I can help you, because as you know, if you've been watching me for some time, or if you've known me for some time, I am bisexual. I do paper and I do digital, and I love them both. And so anyway, I feel like I'm comfortable enough in all of the little digital realms that I can, help out with wherever you're at. So anyway, tune into that. That is a switch up. Normally that's Project Recipe. I haven't even changed it on my website yet. I just decided this today. Then Jumpstart January, the 10th and 11th, we've got 42 people signed up, which is awesome. We do have space for a couple more. They're all half tables right now, but if you're already signed up for a half table, if we don't fill up, I'll be sending out an email to see if you want to upgrade. And of course, all that money goes to the veterans, local veterans. So through the Port Orange VFW. So I would love to have you join us. It's a great way to just jump into the new Scrappy year. We're going to crown our queen for the year, our queen of the crops, and that's Deb Harner. She's on here. So we're going to give her her crown and her shirt that says Queen of the Crops. And so that's very exciting. We're going to have a really fun weekend to kick off the new scrapbooking year. But like I said, I'll also do an in-person kind of info session on digital that day, but make a reminder to tune in 7 p.m. Eastern, January 7th for Techie Tuesday on all things digital. All right, if you haven't ordered your shirt yet, even if you're not attending Jumpstart January, we'd love for you to purchase one of the shirts that say Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Scrappiness. And so you'll want to do that in the next couple days to make sure that you have it in time for the event. It's on my website year-round. It's my ladies, my scrappy friends. They love to wear this shirt year-round. It is a great shirt. So you'll see your Project Recipe is switching to January 21st. I'll do that on my website later today. Make those changes. I haven't. Tool time will be in between, but I'm waiting for Creative Memories to show what's new. So they're going to give the advisors a sneak peek on New Year's Eve. No, tomorrow, the 30th. And so hopefully next Friday, I'll give everyone a preview of that. And then I'll know what I'll be training on for tool time. All right. God Moments book study coming back in 2025. This is the third year in a row. If you've done it before, you are certainly welcome to do it again. The registration isn't up on my website yet, but it'll be for 10 Sundays. And it'll start February 9th and go through the Sunday before Easter. We usually start it around Valentine's Day and have it go through to Easter. The timing of that works out really well. So I hope you'll join us, especially if you've joined us in the past. So this is obviously a book I read every year. It's a small book, and gosh, it's so good. All right, so Memory Maniacs Retreat to the Lake, Mount Dora, the little disco ball, because this is my 70th retreat. And it will be in Mount Dora, April 3rd to the 6th, and I have one spot left. It's a half table. That is all I have left. So if you would like to join us, let me know. If I sell out, of course, I'll start a waiting list. And then Lakeland, Retreat to the Lake, and that's Mirror Lake or Lake Mirror in Lakeland, and downtown historic Lakeland is June 5th to the 8th, and the registration for that is open now. And then just a reminder, in case you missed the little thing scrolling around the bottom, in the feed drawing today, so you do have to be present to win. All you have to do to enter is like and comment, so the little bot puts you in there. Alrighty, so now it's time for cards. So go along with my Scrappy New Year theme here. Our card kit is definitely, I feel like it has a little New Year vibe to it. Let me switch over my camera here. All right, if you've not done one of my card kits before, I do just have one of these left. So you can purchase it on at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. You just go to the store and you'll see it in there, and I just have one left if you would like to do this one. So all these cards, all the foil, this foil on here is all, I foiled it all. It's all hand foiled. And sometimes foiling can get tricky, but goodness, I feel like the result is beautiful and special, and I don't do it very often. I feel like I only do a couple card kits a year that feature the foil. So if you haven't done this before, what we're going to do is I slid the whole card kit out of the bag, and we're going to work from the top down. So you can kind of go ahead and pull off the gemstones and the dimensionals off to the side. And then I'm just going to push this whole stack over here. And hi, Kim and Denise. Thanks for hopping on here. And this is the first card we're going to do. So we've got what we need right on the top of the stack, except for the things that we need to fish out of this bag or this little packet. So I'm going to push this off to the side and turn this way. So this is the first card we're making. It reads the same forwards and backwards. Cheers to you. Cheers. I just like the symmetry of it. And then I thought afterwards, I'm like, are people like, does that not translate? But anyway, cheers to you. Cheers to you. Forwards, backwards, all the ways. Lots of cheers. Can be for a birthday, could be for anniversary, could be for a wedding, could be for anything. I'm gonna slide out this whole, you're gonna have extras, that's for sure. I've explained before sort of my process. I decided I was gonna use the paper and these elegant moment embellishments from Creative Memories, and so then it's kind of like a little challenge to me. I have all the pieces, I have the paper I want to use, and then it's about putting all the pieces together, finding all of the things that match and look good together. So you can decide which side of this you want to use. I actually use the white side. I do that quite often. I like the shape of something, but the other things just don't fit my need. You could also just trim this off at the bottom. We'll talk about that more when we get to it. And then this little piece. So all you need to complete this card are these two pieces and what's on top. And then I'm just going to slide that over so it's easily accessible. And there we go. We're just going to fold that. And I thought I had my bone folder over here, but I do not. And let's see, I'm just going to kind of lay out these pieces first. So we have this, I think it's called like anthracite. It was one of the Creative Memory shimmer papers. Love it. It's like a gray shimmer. So that's going to go on. And then you have a long piece and a short piece of this ribbon, which I love. Sometimes when I'm going through my stash of ribbons and things, you know, when I knew I'm using this and I knew the paper, then I go diving into my stash to see, you know, what goes along with that. So with this, I'm just going to wrap this around the paper. So it's two different pieces of ribbon, and then we're going to place this smaller gold piece over it. The other side has some stripes. Again, you've got some options if you want to use this side. I just liked the contrast, and I also liked tying in the base color with this, and that's why I kind of flipped it. I decided I wanted to flip it over. And so it's going to go together like this, and then we're going to add that bling on this gold color bling. So you have two different you have small bling, and that's what's going to go on here. And it already has the adhesive on it. It'll come off in a strip. So we're going to lay that across the bottom. Then we're going to take the extra and put it there. And I believe that's the only, yeah, that is the only one. So you can use all of this on one card. All right, so let's dive back into here. So I find the easiest way to do it, since we're going to have ribbon going here and here, is I'm going to add I'm going to just add some adhesive on both sides like this. So that way I can curl around that ribbon and I don't necessarily have to worry about putting that adhesive on the end of the ribbon. Sometimes the adhesive doesn't like to stick to the end, and I guess I needed some more down here in the bottom. So I'm just going to preload the back for the ribbon, and then I'm going to go add the ribbon onto it. And then my background is already kind of, like I said, preloaded with, of course I want it to be straight, and that is not. You don't want to stretch it so tight that it'll bend your background paper. And if you get some like this that's folding over, then we'll just cut that. Okay. And so then we can go ahead and add more adhesive, and I'm going to put it on top of the ribbon now in those corners so that it will hold. All right. And then I can add that. You've also got some dimensionals if you wanted to pop it up, but I didn't pop up anything on this card actually. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and center this piece. All right. And then before I stick this one down and stick our cheers, I'm actually going to add that adhesive. Now, I know there's kind of, some of you like the gemstones where they already have the adhesive. Some of you do not. Some of you like just your free floating ones. So you want to leave, I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut 4 and 4 because those are going to go on the top. So I'm going to put 4 and 4 on the top, and then the rest of them are going to go along the bottom, and it should be perfectly length that way. Perfectly lengthed. Yeah, that didn't, it made sense as, you know, in my brain before it came out my mouth, but and not so much. And so that is going to go like that. And then I can add these 4 to this end. And this 4 to this end. I just realized, whoa, because the scrapbooking cruise is coming up, my 15th, although it's my 69th retreat, coming up at the end of January, and it's the week where I would normally be prepping card kits and mailing them out, which means I have to mail out January's card kits before the cruise. Although some of you will be on the cruise, so I will bring, I guess I can bring yours on the cruise and hand deliver those. So I got to get to designing. Maybe I'll find some time this afternoon. Takes me about an hour a card for the design, so it takes me about 5 to 6 hours to do the designs for one card kit, and then it takes about an hour per kit to do all the pieces to put them on. So I make anywhere from, oh, this is crooked, 24 to 36 card kits a month. And so, yeah, it can take me a couple days. Since I've been doing it since COVID, I actually write out a list of all the pieces I have to make, and I try to do it in 2 days, because doing it in one is, I get a little crazy spending that many hours, and it's like literally like 20 hours. So it's a little crazy. I'm glad to see everyone hopping on. So we've done with the first, we just finished the first card. So reads the same, forwards, backwards, up and down the card, lots of cheers. Cheers to whoever you're sending this to. If you're just hopping on now and you're making the cards with us, just go ahead and open your pack, and we're going to move on to the second card, which is this one, which has all the fun foil on it. And that card is this one, Warm Wishes for You. So all of this is hand foiled, like I said, hand foiled. And this one, super simple card. Sometimes I think like, oh, I need to add more to that. And I think, you know what? It's just, it's a beautiful little winter card, I think. So we're going to just do, this is just a standard base here. We add our platinum shimmer. This is Create a Memory shimmer paper. These shimmer packs, they're available in a 10-pack for $12. So $1.20 a sheet. They're so pretty. And 4 of the 5 cards uses shimmer paper. Love the shimmer. And again, I was just feeling like, oh, since this was originally scheduled for New Year's Eve, that we would definitely do like a little New Year's theme for this. And the only other piece you need out of your little pack is this little snowflake, and you will want to add dimension, one of the or some of these, if you like it. You know, maybe you're like, no, I don't like to use them, and that's fine too. You don't have to. I'm gonna do one big one and 3 little ones on there, and this one, super fast, super simple, but I think very beautiful. You can decide where to position this one. It looks like in my sample I kind of covered up just that little diamond down there. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to kind of overhang it at the bottom like that. Warm wishes to you. It's hard when I post the pictures too. You really can't see how beautiful they are, but the way the light is catching it right now, you can see how pretty that foil looks on these cards. If you've got one of the Creative Memory shimmer pens or Wink of Stella, you could definitely add some shimmer to these other embellishments too. Like I said, that one is definitely the simplest of all the cards today. And next up we have Enjoy the Little Things. Now this is I have a fun story about this ribbon. So I have been carrying around this ribbon, well, for a long time. When my Aunt Agnes, who used to live in New Smyrna Beach, she would sew clothes. And so this was a roll of trim that she had that I bet she put on a skirt or a shirt or something. And I've had this roll, and this ribbon is probably like 40 years old or even older. But like I said, I have this in my stash, and I have just been waiting for the time to use it. And when the theme of this is the, silver and gold, I thought, this is my time. This screams New Year's Eve like nothing else. And isn't it beautiful? I still have some left, but I don't know if I have enough to ever use it in another card kit. But I was so happy that I could finally find a place for it. So this card, we're going to cover up all the white. Now, if you want to tie in this Enjoy the Little Things as in white in the side. So you could trim down these papers if you wanted, so that you could see some of the white. But you should be able to cover that whole piece. You could also just show a little bit off to the side if you want, just like that, and kind of overhang that way. But I'm just going to cover up the whole thing. And I might need to trim a little bit of my base. So that none of it is peeking out. All right, and then we're going to add, now I can't remember, so sometimes there's a boo-boo, and one of you may, like, these might be stuck together, and that might have been my card kit. Sometimes it's like, oh, if I cut something wrong, I usually set that card kit aside for it to be me and mine. And I did, and it was the last card kit I assembled, and then I don't know what happened. Oh, I'm talking, and I forgot to put this ribbon on. I forgot to set it aside, and so it got mixed in and sent out. So somebody has my card kit, which I would love to, if you have it's like, I don't know if it's this card or a different one, where I think it's this one where they're already stuck together. I think in my design process, I had adhesive on the back of it already. All right, so I'm going to do this the same way that I did the other ribbon. I kind of laid it out where I wanted to go, and then I'm going to add some adhesive right there where it's going to flip over. And that way, I'm not going to try to put adhesive on the back of this ribbon. So yeah, I know nothing about this ribbon except that it's very old. Can ribbon be antique? So anyway, it's my great Aunt Agnes's ribbon from her stash. And now it's in your hands for you to share with someone that you care about. Now, see how this is kind of puffing up? I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive underneath here. And just so that it stays down. And I need to dig out from in here this enjoy the little things there. I'm going to add that above. And then just for some balance, where you have 3 of these little black rhinestones, and they already have adhesive on them, and you can just add them right to, they should peel off in one fell swoop there, and then you can just kind of add them on there. Or you can, I guess I'm looking at my sample. It looks like I didn't do that. I don't love that I can see this one. I pulled them off. I did them individually. I'm going to see if I can do that, because I can see the tape in between. They're spread out just enough that you can see that, and that bugs me. I think that's why some people don't like the self-adhesive ones. Now on the small ones we did on the other page, you really can't tell, but on these black ones you can definitely see that, and I don't want to see the adhesive. Is that a thing, Jacqueline? I know, because you sew and quilt and things. You're a fiber person. So is vintage ribbon a thing? It has some like, that's why I wanted to use it on this New Year's card, because it definitely has New Year's, I don't know, some Great Gatsby vibes. Although I know it's not that old. All right, that is looking better already. Hopefully, it's very sticky, the adhesive on these, so obviously I have manhandled the heck out of mine, but that's it. I've got some others too. I've got another roll of hers that I'm waiting to use, so hopefully this spring I'll find a use. But doesn't that ribbon look amazing? So all things shiny for this card kit for sure. All right, so next up we have just a straight up happy birthday. Again, this little embellishment, if you've got some shimmer pen, you can add some shimmery to it. And then we're going to add these little like champagne colored gemstones, 5 of them right there on the side. And we're going to, this one is a landscape photo or card. I guess I can move this. I just can't stop looking at that ribbon. It's so beautiful. All right, so you've got some options. You could go with snowflake. You could go with gray on top of the snowflake. The reason why I chose the way I did was this little piece in the pattern, this little leaf piece. We're going to dig out of our little pile over here. Don't forget your happy birthday. We're going to dig out of our pile here and add that. So this one is very wintry too. But I didn't use the snowflake side on this one. So it's just send it to someone for their January birthday. Or maybe I'll save it. My daughter-in-law's favorite color is gray. Let's not put the adhesive on the wrong side, shall we, while we're talking? And her birthday is in February. So I could do that. Send it to her. All right, and then this goes in here. Now you could pop that up if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to leave it flat. Kind of covered this row over there, and then we're going to add in and then we're going to grab our jewels here. I'm going to cut off one. These are spaced closer together, so but if you could lay down the strip of them like we did on the other, and you wouldn't be able to see that they are connected. So I'm going to put one on this side, and then I'm going to do four. There might not be enough space between them if I just lay. So if yeah, there will. So I'm going to just trim off 4. And then we'll lay those down. Make sure it's the same distance from the white. And now actually I'm going to move this little gray flower down just a smidge so that it's in between. So yeah, so it's balanced in between there. Oh, I got a little piece of plastic on there, picking up the shimmer on my light. All right, another little shimmery card. It's just real simple. We've got 2 sheets of paper. This is the same sheet of paper, just front and back. So you could also swap that, but with this one here, I thought it looked good that way. And like I said, you could definitely add some Wink of Stella on there, some shimmer pen. I'm probably going to go back and do that before I send it out. And that leaves us with this card. So all the shimmer, so shimmery, so much going on there. Again, when I post the pictures, you just can't really see how shimmery it is until you see it in person. And if you're a gold and silver kind of person, then this is your card kit. Love this gold shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on first. It's pretty thick, so I want to make sure that I'm loading it up with plenty of adhesive. There is just a really thin line of white around it. I just wanted there to be ever so much, just a slight little hint. And then before I stick this down, because I always like to forget, we are going to put this ribbon straight down the middle. And we're going to do it the way we did the others. I want to make sure it's straight-ish. Okay. So once I know where I need to put that adhesive, I'm just going to do like that. So I can fold it over. I go right down the middle here. And then we're going to attach that on. All right. Next up, we are going to grab this piece, right? That's going to go right in the center, but then we need to grab this one. Now you could do the gray side if you wanted, and you can see what I did here, but I cut them apart in half, again, using the white side. So if you've got embellishments where you're like, well, gee, that doesn't really match what I wanted to do, don't forget to flip it over, because the other side might work for you. I always forget that, you know, that there's a white side if the other side. And I like the shape. I like that it matches this shape. My trick is going to be to try to get it in the center. I'm going to get it in the center there as best I can. I'm going to load these on first. Okay. Then we're going to put your best wishes in the center. So this I foiled, this best wishes, and we're going to add that to the center here. So much shine, so shiny. All right, and then this is popped up, so you're going to take your little pieces here. I'm going to use these little half guys, and then we're going to try to center that on, give that a nice gentle pat. And then lastly, we are going to come in with these gemstones and put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. And so what I'm going to do is kind of start to peel this and then cut them off one at a time as I go. Where am I? I might need these tweezers. I'm going to keep them at the ready here. So I'm going to cut this apart, and then I'm going to grab it off my finger here to apply. Just like many other colors, I find, you know, like there's a million shades of blues, a million shades of greens. There's a lot of shades of gold. So finding the right gold gems was a challenge. That one stuck to my scissors. There we go. And I wanted this lighter one because it also kind of looks nice on the silver. I do love the way this card turned out. All right. And just 3 more to go. You know, the other reason I like these ones that have the adhesive already is I find they're like it's stuck to my finger. Thankfully, it's sticky enough where it's not like you use up all the sticky, but they don't run away from me as much, which is helpful. Thanks, Dad. All right. So with that last gem, our best wishes is done. Am I crooked? I think I was just holding it. It looks like it. That's Good enough. We got lots of sparkle, sparkle, sparkle on all the cards. Let's get them up here one more time. See them all together. Got our happy birthday. We got our vintage ribbon, our cheers to you, and our warm wishes. And you've got all these little guys to use in other projects, or you can make a tag, or you can pitch them. Don't forget, you can use the back side. If sparkle, shine, and shimmer, of course, you could swap that out for this sparkle, shine, and shimmer. You could add that to the inside of your cards. We've got the snowflake over here. You could add that to the inside of your card if you want. So you can kind of use these. This, I was trying to use this with this somehow, because these kind of reminded me of, I don't know, like wheat, and these look like leaves. So you might be able to use some of these items inside your cards, or on your envelopes, or wherever. All right, well, that is all for our sparkly cards. Let me switch back over here to this camera so that we can do our drawings. Hopefully our winner is still with us. Don't hop off, because you could win, and you do have to be present to win. So let's go ahead and do our drawing right now and see who our lucky winner is. Cindy, is she still on? Cindy was watching on YouTube. Hopefully she is. Is Cindy still on? Do chime in, Cindy, if you're watching, so that we know you're here. You do have to be present to win. And we'll give her a second to chime in and let us know that she's here. And if we don't hear from her, then we will draw again. So don't jump off. Don't jump off. Those of you that have watched this before, yay, you're here, Cindy. Okay, so reach out to me through DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. You can message me and send me your email so that I can, or you can, so that I can send you your CM credits. I'll need the email that's associated with your Creative Memories account. And if you don't have one, you can set that up and then let me know what email you sent it out to. So congratulations, Cindy. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everyone, for being on here today. I appreciate you. It's hard to believe that this is going to be what I started doing as a Creative Memories consultant back then in July 2000. So many years. So thank you. And some of you I've known nearly that long or that long. So I appreciate all of you, and looking forward to a full year of scrappy fun, starting with Jumpstart January, and then moving on to the 15th scrapbooking cruise, or my 69th retreat. And then, of course, we got the 70th retreat coming up in Mount Dora. And we're going to return to Helen in July, and we've got Lakeland in June. So much fun, and so thankful for all of you that continue to show up for things and work on your projects and make cards and make scrapbook albums. So just wanted to let you know how appreciative I am of all of you, and thankful for a scrappy new year, and look forward to seeing you all soon. And until I do, y'all know what to do. Stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.